So we made it. We made it. That road was treacherous. I'm pretty sure at various points we all thought we were going to die.
Yeah, pretty much the whole time actually. Pretty much the whole time.
It's an aggressive 25-mile-ish road. Ugh. But now we're here, and we're gonna check out the hot springs. It looks like there's a few other people making the pilgrimage that we've seen so far. It's a beautiful hot day. The sun's shining, as you can see, and what a landscape. So we're gonna go on the hike and see what we find. Oh God. So the hot springs we're going to, they say we have to pass an abandoned power station. This very well could be it. And yeah, it looks like there's a lot of old stuff down there. Do you go down here? Or do you go down up here? So you pass the abandoned power station, and then you're gonna get down to the river. You walk down the river a ways, and you'll see an abandoned resort. And the abandoned resort's hot springs are still active. Yeah, that looks like an abandoned power station. So we've now made it down to the river. The river's just here, we can hear it now. And we just met a nice gentleman and asked him if we were on the right track, and he said we are. Cross the river, go into the woods a little bit, go back that way a little bit, and apparently they're there. So it sounds like a motorized vehicle.
It certainly did.
Huh. So here's the river now. I'm sure there's nothing I don't want to encounter in this river.
Can I go on your map?
And here's the crossing. This is the spot. Looks like it's more shallow right here. This seems to be the spot we cross at. We don't have a lot of information, but this should be it. It looks promising, so we're gonna give it a try. As every good man does, I'm gonna make my wife go first, and as long as she survives, the boy will cross, and as long as he survives, I will cross. You ready?
I don't make it. Just know I always loved you. I have to make it.
I'll keep that in mind. Here we go. I'm just joking, I'm gonna go with it. Oh, this is cold. This is real cold. This is glacier water. It's a strong current. It's freezing cold water. It's so cold it burns. Oh. 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 God.
Remember when we thought there was like raging teenagers having a party?
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's hurry up. Let's get to the hot springs. This is brutal. For those of you doing it, do it in the summer. Oh, it is cold in the winter. So now we're starting to get into the abandoned resort part of things. And it's a lovely pointless wall. Some of the palm trees, they probably spent $1 million to get in here. And
This is a beautiful view.
just around this corner, And just for the record, we can definitely see why this resort is abandoned. The treacherous road, the ice cold river you have to cross. Who in their right mind is gonna do this? It's no wonder they're out of business. So the hot springs are just around this corner. Once they catch up, we're gonna go right into the hot springs. And hopefully we get warm enough that when we go back, it'll neutralize. I know that's not gonna happen, but man, you can't blame a guy for hoping. It would be nice. Look at that view. Don't slip and fall off that cliff, very cold. We're gonna go to the hot springs now. Check out this view. So we successfully found the hot spring. We went for a dip. Did a bit of a drone. It looked blurry on the screen. Hopefully it's not blurry in the actual video, but I will find out soon enough. And now we're hiking back. We gotta go through that treacherous river crossing one more time. The sun's going down, so it's getting chilly. It's gonna make it twice as bad. But then we'll be in a nice warm car, drive for a couple hours, and we'll be back to from whence we came. And all will be well. There she is. Do a swim in January, a polar dip. I think this counts for my polar dip this year. Holy crap. That is polar. That is polar. It is polar. We've just gotten changed. Ooh. And, oh God. We've gotten changed, so now it's a little more bearable. And now we have a 4-mile hike back to the car. And then we're good. You don't remember on the way in?
No, I don't.
Yeah, it was about 4 miles.
Oh.
How do you feel about that?
Probably more than 4 miles. We went past and then we went back, so it was probably like...
Yeah, but back won't be 4 miles.
No, I know.
Yeah. So how do you feel about that?
Fine.
Nice. How do you feel about that? Okay. Nice. And the valley we're in, it's a pretty beautiful spot. The chill, holy cow, what a difference of night to day. Can you feel the chill?
Yeah.
The chill is starting to set in. And
when the sun, it just like shines on you, it gets so much warmer.
It's hot during the day, probably 20 degrees-ish.
Yeah, and now it's like...
That's Celsius, Canadian folk, American folk, I don't know what that is.
20 degrees, I don't even
know. No.
70
But, yeah, at night, it feels right now like it's probably maybe 15?
Yeah.
15-ish, and it's just started, the sun's like still pretty visible. So you can imagine at night it's probably 4 degrees maybe. I feel like, yeah, last night was about 4 degrees, so huge variation in temperature. But that's how the desert is. Made it. 4 quick miles. We're back at the car. And now we can go home. Well, our temporary home. Our home for now. We just have to get through this gauntlet of a street. And then we're good.
Here you go now.
Thank you. Somebody want to call Freya and give her a little dry off? Alright, let's give this drive a try. Wish us luck. So we just had a bit of a situation where we were going up a cliff at night, the steepest cliff, on a corner. And of course that's when another truck was coming, so we had to stop and move to the side, and then it was that awkward moment of, are you gonna go, am I gonna go? They went, and I was already starting to go up the hill, so I had to stop, let them pass, and then continue. As we were going up the hill, it's super bumpy, and the car couldn't get up, and then as I was falling back towards the corner, the car stalled. So I kind of had to, well, first get the car running again, and then kind of like back up, but without falling off the cliff. And we got to pretty close to falling off the cliff, and then just gave her back up the hill, and we made it. So now we're continuing on down the treacherous death path again. And I didn't kill my family again. How many times now? A lot of times, guys. Like, I've successfully not killed my family a bunch of times. It's good.
You're pretty good. You're probably the best at not killing your family.
I'm pretty good at
anyone
it.
I know. Yeah.
I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah. You come pretty close.
Merry Christmas. Yeah. Oh yeah, I come close.
You
Yeah.
come close,
for sure.
and then we're good.
Well, that's the only way you know I'm not killing you, right? Otherwise, it would just seem normal. We made it through the death road. Now it's time to go home, get changed, and get food. Good day?
Amazing. It was awesome.
I think this is where we sign out for today. I hope you enjoyed the adventure. See you tomorrow. Maybe.